All right. Hello. What's going on, Optimus? Good to see you guys today. Okay, so crazy market in the crazy market in the yesterday. Yes, crazy market in the yesterday. That's how we're gonna say it. Crazy market in the yesterday. What? Um, so absolutely nuts yesterday. All right, at 5:30 in the morning, we had this kill candle that came in and basically uh, just wiped out like $36 billion in wealth. Just absolute. I shouldn't say wiped out. I should say changed hands because the wealth doesn't disappear, much as the headlines would want you to believe. The wealth changes hands most of the time. Um, so anyway, 5:30 in the morning, we get this crazy kill candle yesterday, and Marcus is reeling from it. Yesterday, when we were trading, we traded on that volatility. We were able to make $1,200 within the first like 8 minutes of the stream. And then we proceeded to overtrade and go red. But the problem is, one of the things that I tend to see with my own self, my own trading, my own reflection, my own things, is that um, I sometimes like I show up like I'm like wanting to show up for the stream, and so I'm like overtrading, and because I'm like worried that I'm like, oh no, is it gonna be boring, because because I'm not trading or something like that at that moment. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look at how this kill candle from yesterday is affecting the overall economy and how it is affecting really the S&P 500. And let's take a look and see how that's going to affect trading today on the whole. So let's dive in. All right, here we are. We're taking a look at a 5-day chart on a 5-minute chart here. You can see yesterday we had this super kill candle came in from 41.75, dropped us all the way down to like 40.70, 40.71, something like that, somewhere in that range. Lost about $104 on that candle. I should say the S&P did. I didn't, but the S&P, the ES did, and you can see it's been pretty sideways yet downward trending since. Here's today. Here's where today really kind of starts, is right in this area where this VWAP just has that sort of little nosedive down. That's because it's reassessing what the VWAP has, like what the volume weighted average price is. Now, if we pull back here, you can see this 200 moving average just going boom, just today we're getting a little bit of a bump, not very much, but it's a little bit. We're basically flat on the day in terms of the overall ES. So this is what our 5-minute chart is looking like. On the 5-minute, you can see a lot of red dots on the Bollinger Band, and on the TTM that we're seeing here, you can see that we're kind of trending to the downside. We're currently at -6 on the 5-minute chart on the TTM. Let's pop out to a 1-minute chart. You see we get this possible crossover. Now, yesterday we had fake out after fake out after fake out after fake out. So we really, I'm going to take that knowledge from yesterday and I'm going to apply it to today, because you can see we just made lows. We're hitting lows at, what is that, 39.36. So just about, what is that, $150, maybe $200 off our 41. I think it's definitely more. 41.75 minus 39.36 is, yeah, $239 off of our high of yesterday. To the downside, if we zoosh on in, we're getting this mild bounce. I'm not going to call it a trend reversal, but we're getting a mild bounce here. And I would say that today, just taking a look at this, I want to keep my scalps no more than like 3 ticks. I don't see necessarily like a big rip for a trend reversal, although that could happen, and we hope it does. But yesterday, I kept seeing a bunch of fake outs where there was just about to be a trend reversal, and right before, at the 0 minute, the 0 second, it would flip the other way. And I'm not trying to get caught in that because that's what I got caught in yesterday. And really, we went from being positive to being negative, and that's not good. That's more of like a reflection on me as a trader. And not about going positive or negative because everybody does, but it has to do with me over trading, and so I'm gonna make sure that I'm not doing that, and I'm just gonna focus on real quick scalps today. We do have the 35 just kissing the 26, and the 9 below the 12. Currently in the downward trend motion, and as far as the TTM goes, we've got -6 on the TTM, up from -9, which is up from -11. So it's pretty good momentum for the switch towards the upside. As far as the TTM is concerned, we're a little bit away from VWAP, and the 50 is below the 200. The 50 being below the 200, obviously we know that that's more bearish. Now let's take a look at volume. Volume, we're seeing 6,800, 46. That one's a big one at 11. 87. Okay, volume's there. Definitely a lot of volume today, or at least a pretty good amount. I don't know if I'd say a lot, but it's enough to actually trade this. So let's get in on a 2-tick, just a little feeler trade. 2-tick to the upside. I think I'm a little high here. That's okay. We got that profit anyway. So that's 2 ticks to the upside. 150 with 6 contracts. 2 ticks, 6 contracts, worth 150 on the ES before fees. So if y'all hanging out, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notification. I'm going to eat a little bit of rice my wife brought me. Taking another 2 ticks through that bounce. The bounce was kind of like a 10-second bounce. Essentially, you saw the candle kind of drop down a little bit, and then I went long, just essentially to factor in that up wick for the candle to refill. We did get that crossover on the 35. We did the crossover on the 9. This is looking good now. Gonna pump this to 4, and let's kind of missed our entry. Join the bid there. Got an entry. Got a pop. Got that whole 4 ticks. Real nice move here. 4 ticks being worth $300. Looking for a pullback now to about the volume weighted average price. I'm join the bid there. Got the entry. Looking for I'm still on 4 ticks. Meant to be. That's okay. We got it. So we got 3 ticks on that. Up 825 on the day. Really nice time. If you guys notice, like right when I start streaming, there tends to be like this a lot of opportunity in the market, like right when I start streaming. I'm gonna bump down to 3 ticks, and then gonna join the bid on a pullback, hopefully. Looking for. I wanted to get a bigger pullback than that, but it just kind of kept kind of bouncing around there. This is actually the pullback I wanted, was right there. How much time we got left in this candle? 30-some seconds. So you're going to switch through VWAP. Pretty strong move, actually, on the TCM. And we've got the 9 above the 12. That's crossing above 26, and the 35 about to be there too. So this is actually looking pretty strong. The one thing is that we're just above the VWAP, and the other thing is that we got the 50 below the 200 moving average. I still I'm pretty bullish on this. I wonder, honestly, I'm considering like pumping up a little bit in terms of my my overall trade. Although we are going red on this at the moment. I'm pretty bullish on this though. Currently down. That's quite a lot of pullback. Frankly, I should have cut this already. Back in the green slightly on the day for a moment there. Not yet. Okay, 1 minute. Got this hammer candle after a doji just above VWAP. I see a bounce here. This candle's got to go green, this next one. I think I'll just leave the trade right now where it's at. You can see like how wild the swings can be. First 1 minute candle to break over this this doji here, then we should get a stronger move to the upside. I'll take the profit right here at this spot once it goes. 9 seconds. Got back to break even on that trade for a second. Okay, we got that trade. Definitely, like, there was a lot of pullback to hold through, but it's okay. I held through that pullback because because of the moving average indicators and because of the TTM. That's why I held through that pullback. I didn't feel there was excessive risk, even though it did bring us down pretty heavily on our drawdown. I didn't feel there was incredibly excessive risk, and that had to do with a lot of support from the TTM, a lot of support from the 9 being above the 12 and crossing above the 26, and getting above VWAP. There's just so many bullish indicators there that I just felt that it was safe enough to go ahead and hold on to. I'm going to switch back to 2 ticks. We just took a 3 tick there. Let's switch back over to 2 tick, and we're just gonna sit here for a second. Up 1275 on the day. You can see we've got a resistance level here that we've previously drawn in at 3970, 72 area. Getting another little rip. I'm gonna try and get a better view on these candles here. We did get a nice rip there. Maybe we'll go back to +3. Let's see. Where's our entry point? Don't want to pull back that far. Probably off 3965. Nah, this is running. Right there. For 3 ticks to the upside, although I may have just got in at the top of a pullback. I absolutely should have waited for the candle to complete. So, my bad on that part. This does look like a really nice pullback. This honestly would have been a way better entry point. So what I actually should have done is I should have waited for this candle to complete, then for this candle to begin forming, and then this would have been my entry right here. And then I would have had a much lower entry, reducing my overall risk. And then also, too, my 3 ticks that I'm going for would have been kind of within the candle range as well. So I wouldn't have had to wait for this new candle. This is probably going to be a big fatty pullback. That's probably what that's going to be. Gonna cut this one. Still up 750 on the day. I cut that maybe a little prematurely, but I don't know. It looks like it's gonna continue going up. I did cut that one prematurely. The reason why I cut it really was essentially this pullback started getting quite large, and then also I didn't know if we were going to see a pullback to the VWAP yet, which is entirely possible. I'm just focused on going long here, really. So not really playing short side yet. I think I'll play short side if we start getting a trend reversal. But as it is right now, we're kind of in an upward move. So enjoying the bid there. I'm going to bump down to 2 ticks. Doji at the top. I don't like that. I gotta cut this. Gave back quite a lot of our profit, up 375 on the day. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday, which was essentially trade myself back into the hole. TGM cooling. Gonna just wait. As is what a lot of trading is. It's just waiting. So basically the main reason why everything dropped so drastically yesterday had a lot to do with the CPI data. As far as the CPI data was concerned, I mean, we started seeing harsher inflation. Look up what the CPI data was yesterday. But we started seeing harsher inflation, and basically, excuse me. Basically, Jay Powell came out and said, "Hey, look, just because we had lower inflation in July, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're out of the woods." So July kind of got this August got this boost from CPI data since they had good numbers. But the report that we had yesterday, not good numbers, and we are in a recession, whether or not anybody wants to call it that, or whether or not the White House wants to change the definition of it. It doesn't really matter. A recession is a recession is a recession. You can a recession by any other name would still be a recession. So and by any other definition, still be a recession. I don't really care how somebody changes the definition of it. If we're pulling back that heavy in the marketplace, we're just pulling back that heavy in the marketplace. There's no way that anybody can try to convince me that that is necessarily normal in terms of crashing that hard, or as hard as we tend to, but I guess that's just kind of the way it is. 90 miles an hour uphill to a place that we can't see. Eventually it'll come back down. So let's pop back into the charts. All right, so that doji did continue to pull us back further. And it looks like we got like a nice 3-minute pullback on that. Getting a bounce here off this this like 63 level. I'm gonna throw in a price level here, just because we had the resistance here and some bounce here, and also some consolidation right there. It's kind of like right here at the 9. I don't hate this for a long, but I'm gonna drop back down to 2 ticks and start focusing on building that cushion back up a little bit after the 2 losses that we took in here. Got an entrance on the bid. Got that. That's 2 ticks to the upside. Back up 525 on the day. And TTM starting to stack back up. For entry here, join the bid. Ooh, big pullback on that candle. Like quick. Time 20 seconds. All right. Got out of that trade, profit up 675 on the day. Looks like we're starting to push back up towards the upside. I'm not going to enter right here yet, although it does look like we're going to continue running. But because it opened with that doji, it was going to essentially wait for this pullback to happen. And then also we still have cooling on the TTM, but we've only cooled down to 11. We maxed at 16. That's actually a lot for the ES, by the way. Okay, there we go. We're getting that rip. I'm gonna change this to +3, and let's join the bid here on that pullback. We get it? Yeah, we got the entry. Looking for 3 ticks back up. Currently up 1 tick. There we go. We got that 3 tick back up to the upside. Up $900 in the day. Not a bad day. After being a peak of the day is up $1,200. Still continuing to eat this awesome rice. So if y'all hanging out, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. It's kind of a slower week in the marketplace in terms of just overall turnout and whatnot. So, make sure y'all support your local YouTuber. Let's go back into the charts. So we did actually come up to about that resistance area that we had previously drawn earlier on the day. And we're getting a little bit of a bounce off this green candle here. Gonna pump this back to 2 ticks, and we're gonna get an entry right. That was our entry. How much time we got left? I missed it. Shouldn't have done 2 ticks either. Let's go 5. Did get a rip up just now. Might get a pullback on this candle though after that big rip. We did just hit that support. Not getting a pullback. Enter here. Looking for 5 ticks up. Five ticks might be a little aggressive. I've hit 2 a couple of times. Gonna bump it down to bump it to 2. We did get that full 5. We actually ended up taking 4. So we're back up at our peak of 1,200 on the day, and I don't know how TTM's still going down. I mean, charts are going up, so Doji at the top, looking for potential pullback, maybe to this level. Joining the bid here. Going long. Slightly bigger pullback than I was expecting. Dropping it down to 2 ticks on the up. Currently down 1, 2 ticks. Ooh, big pullback. Jeez. New candle. Expecting this one to open green. For just even like a lot of these shorts to refill. We pretty much did reject this area here. So I'm just gonna see if like essentially where I can get out. I'm gonna cut it right there. Okay, so we're up 825 on the day. Gave back a couple $100 on that one. It may pop back up, which, you know. It's right at 75. So it makes sense why it rejected right there. Just rejected off that 75 level. I tried to enter here, like 72, but I should have really anticipated a pullback to 70. And that'd be more able for me to assess that if I was paying more attention to these numbers here on the right. Switching over to 2 ticks. Just looking for a quick in and out. Join the bid here. Time 3 seconds in this. Ready to cut it quick if we need to. Okay, up 975 again. Gonna stick with 2 ticks for a little bit. Turn the bid there. Missed the entry. Gonna cut it. Time 20 seconds left on this candle. Getting kind of a pump up on that candle right towards the end of it. I'm not going to enter though because that 57 seconds. All right, up 1275 on the day. We traded 96 contracts. Let's take an assessment of what our fees would be. 96 times 2.18 it means $209.28 in fees. So we're up 1275 minus our 210. That's 1065 in profit. on the day. So, not a bad day. So up 1275 in the sim. Getting pullback, another rejection off that 39.75 level. All right. And this is how we're trading through this recession. Just doing careful, just cutting things quickly if we need to, and paying attention to everything that we could possibly think of. We can see that we got the cooling on the TTM. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a pullback down to the VWAP or down to the 50 before we get buying consolidation for more push up. Obviously have resistance here at 39.75, and we're very clearly in a downward trend based off of yesterday. We're definitely getting some pull, like some bounce in the market, but this could be a dead cat bounce. So I would make sure that we're just kind of in and out, make sure that we're taking profits along the way, and that we're protecting our downside as much as possible. I didn't do a great job of that yesterday. We ended up we went from being green from about as much as we are right now, and started just pushing into the red, over trading, trying to make sure that we're here being present on the stream, and having something to do, and that pressure influenced my trading, and that should not have happened. So I'm trying to make sure that we're doing that. Just looking at 8 o'clock right now, at the top of the hour, so we may get a little bit of a change here over the next few minutes. Make sure that you guys take some time to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. That stuff really does help us grow. We really do personally appreciate it. I consider it a personal favor to me. On top of that, you guys can join our email newsletter, which is completely free. And we do send information out there that we don't send out anywhere else. And the reason why has a lot to do with that. I just can't duplicate that stuff. I can basically write what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling there. And we talk about everything from trading to the overall economy to mindset and what you want to call it, philosophy, other type of stuff like that, and then entrepreneurship as well. So we do talk about a lot of different aspects of life, aspects of income producing activities, and other things like that. So be sure to join our email newsletter. And also too, if you guys want to try to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding is a awesome program that allows you to trade with someone else's capital in order to trade in the futures market. You get to keep 100% of your first $12,500 in profits. If you go over here to the evaluations, you guys can use promo code JSBEST to get a lifetime discount on any of the offerings that you see here. And one of the things I personally think is one of the best values in the whole entire marketplace, if you've taken a look at things like any of the other futures trading prop firms, I'm not going to say names, but just some of the other ones out there, this is an incredibly competitive price point that allows you a $2,000 drawdown. And with my promo code, you'll actually be getting roughly 25% off of this for life as well. So and you can trade up to 8 contracts of the ES at any given time. So it's really, really dope program. Allows you a lot more trading capacity than some of the others out there. and also allows you to trade through news and trade on just all the time and trade with somebody else's money. So I think it's a really, really solid way to earn funding in the futures market without having to risk necessarily too much of your own capital. So, all right, guys. With all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down early today. I'm gonna take my 1275 and profit in the sim, and I'm gonna walk away with that. So much love and appreciation. I want to say peace to everybody who I love out there. Oh, look at that! We just had someone showed up. If you're just joining us, we're up 1275 on the day. We got clear resistance here at 3975, and we sort of have the TTM just kind of cooling off in consolidation through this period here. Currently at 3970 on the ES. But yeah, if y'all hanging out, please like, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all that type of stuff. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down there and just end the stream a little bit early today. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up here. I love and appreciate you guys. I hope you guys get some value out of this. I really genuinely do, because I put a lot of effort into learning this stuff, and I hope that I can help somebody else learn faster or better, or in some way that supports them better. So thank you guys. Thank you. All right. Much love and appreciation. Peace.